Alright guys, this is for all the marbles here. I don't even know what that means.
Hey, what is going on everybody? It's your favorite Introvert here, and today I want to talk about my experience with the Mavic 2 Pro in Active Track and APAS mode in heavily wooded areas. I had the opportunity to take it to an almost completely enclosed walking path and test the advanced pilot assistance systems. So let's start out by saying I am completely impressed with the drone's abilities so far, and I highly recommend you look into this drone as being your first drone or your next drone. The links will be in the description below so that you can check it out. The capabilities are amazing. As I test the Mavic in wooded areas, there are some definite points I want to make. First, you need to choose your follow me mode carefully. As I tested the difference between trace and profile, there became a clear difference in how the two operated that I will touch on later in this video. But for now, let's talk about the overall performance of the sensors and how they held up to avoiding obstacles and low light performance. Obstacle avoidance was good for the most part, but can stand for a little improvement at times. Small, single limbs could easily go unnoticed by the system and cause a potential run-in if not closely monitored. As this was tested the majority of the time in low light situations, this could be related to not enough visible light for the sensors to get enough contrast and depth to pick up on the limbs. I had an issue with the Mavic 2 seeming to want to stop tracking if ever there was an issue where it could not decide what to do. As I found this annoying, the more I thought about it, the more it made sense to allow the pilot to decide what they wanted the drone to do, rather than the drone to attempt a maneuver that could potentially result in a crash. My hope is they improve the algorithm to allow course correction without pilot intervention though. Active Track was able to adjust altitude during tracking, which was nice. The downward vision positioning system did a great job in calculating and maintaining a relative constant altitude while traveling up and down small hills. This demo was flown in safe mode, which maximizes safety of flight over speed. But this is not an issue as the Mavic can handle tracking speeds up to around 22 miles per hour in safe mode. More than enough for walking speed. Active Track has a minimum altitude of roughly 7 feet. This allows for low enough flight to stay close to your target, but still allowing plenty of reaction time to maneuver around obstacles. Now let's talk about the differences in performance between trace and profile modes, starting with trace. Trace allows for the drone to move about freely and at will. It maneuvers in and around obstacles, giving the drone more freedom to avoid obstacles over the profile option. I found that as I walked towards the drone, however, it would try to start slowly orbiting around, assuming a following orientation rather than a leading. This was not ideal in some situations, as I would like to walk and keep targets facing the camera instead of filming my backside as I walk away from the drone. The best way I found to maintain course and heading is by using profile mode. In profile mode, the heading is locked but still able to move about. I found this to be the best for keeping targets facing the camera, but it had the most limited obstacle avoidance between the two options. As it would do a great job tracking and leading, it is limited in the corrective movements it is willing to perform while tracking. Just something to keep in mind, and will more than likely change as newer firmware updates are released. Overall, the performance of Active Track in heavily covered areas was very impressive. The fact that it was able to make it through without flying away and into trees was a definite win for me.
Hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I really appreciate y'all's support. I will see you next time. Shut up! Shut up! Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and hand catch this bird. Slowly but surely, guys. Slowly but surely.